Hi, I'm Anastasia Dalbe. This is SDG Labs. And there's this negative boy who was unsure about going to this radical party. He was kind of a square, and so he missed out on talking to 4 awesome chicks. The party was over at 2 a.m. F of x is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x plus 5. How do I graph that? Well, let's talk about some characteristics about this graph. I think it's going to be upside down because of that negative. I think this 3 right here is going to make that graph go from fat to skinny. It's going to stretch it out vertically. All right. I think this 5 over here is going to raise that parabola up 5. So it's going to be up 5, and it's going to be kind of skinnier. It might look something like this. I bet you this 6 over here, usually what that does is it actually kind of moves it up, moves the vertex kind of like this. It doesn't move it just to the right or to the left. It kind of moves it up and to the right, up and to the left, all that kind of stuff. It gets a little funky, but I would assume that the shape looks something like this. In order to figure out the zeros, I think that the best thing to do, honestly, is for this particular problem, I just straight up use the quadratic equation. I don't necessarily know of like, I'm trying to factor it in my head right now. It looks kind of funky, so let's just use the quadratic equation. A is negative 3, B is 6, C is 5. So that would be negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 4ac, so that would be minus 4 times negative 3 times 5, so that would be plus 12 times 5, which is 60, all over negative 6. By the way, hey, what's the square root of 96? I don't know these things. I don't have a calculator on me. Negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 96, all over negative 6. Anyone know it off the top of their head? I'm assuming it's like 9 point something something something. Let's go with, if the square root of 81 is 9 and the square root of 100 is 10, then I would say it's like 9.7. Come on, you guys, figure it out. You guys are the ones with the computers in front of you. I've got a piece of glass in between me and the computer. Hurry up, please. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Go. I've asked you that a long time ago. What's the square root of 96? If not, I'm just going to guess it. Hurry up. All right, what is it? 9.8. I got close. It was like 9.7. Anyway. Wait, it says negative, so it should be upside down 9.8. Wait, what are you talking about, a negative? There's no negative over here. All right, anyway, whatever. All right, so it'd be negative 6 plus or minus 9.8 over negative 6. All right? So negative 6 plus or minus 9.8. So that's negative 6 plus 9, or let's do the plus first. Negative 6 plus 9.8, that is 3.8 divided by 6. Or actually, divided by negative 6. So figure out what that is. What is 3.8 divided by negative 6? I would say that is like 2 point something. All right, and then over here is negative 6 minus 9.8 over negative 6. So that would be like negative 15.8 divided by 6, or divided by negative 6, so that's equal to positive something. All right, so you said 3.8 divided by negative 6 is, oh, you know what? I said 2 point something. I don't know why I was thinking 2 point something. I said, what I meant is like I was thinking it was somewhere close to a half, but you're absolutely right. It's negative 0.63 with a line over it. All right. What is negative 15.8 divided by, all right, there we go, 2.63. All right. 2.63 with a line over it, and that goes on forever. All right. So really where my graph is it is at negative 0.63. So here's 1, here's 2, here's negative 1. So right about here. And it also crosses at positive 2.63, so right about here. and it kind of goes like this. Actually, you know what? I know exactly how high it goes. It goes like that. I know at least more or less the shape of the graph because I know this y-intercept right here is 5. Because if you plug x equals 0 over here, 0, 0, you end up getting f of x equals 5. So I know this thing over here. So I told you how the graph kind of looks a little bit scrunched up. Actually, it doesn't look scrunched up in this picture because I made these x units so big, to be honest with you. But if I were to shrink down these x units to be about the same height as these things, then it would look a little scrunched up. So it looks a little bit scrunched up, and I told you that it was actually, you know, this is what I thought it might look like. This is what it ended up looking like. That 6 kind of moved it to the right and up a little bit. You'll notice that that's kind of what happens, is it moves it along this like imaginary curve right here. Shoots, bro, up out.